What's your message to the National Guard here today?
The National Guard.
And why do you think they got sent out here today?
They got sent because we don't have a president that can lead.
And what fears you most about Donald Trump and the ICE raids coming through here in Los Angeles?
I don't fear that motherfucker. Have you seen our community? I don't feel that motherfucker.
There ain't none of fear Donald Trump. Homeboy on a motherfucking real that piece of shit.
What's the water for?
Diffuse tear gas. If needed. Yeah. If you throw a canister in one of these, it should diffuse it enough, or at least stop the chemical reaction.
And what makes you want to come out here with the Honduras flag out here?
I mean, these are my roots right here, you know? This is where my family came from. I'm a first gen.
A lot of people wonder on social media, why are people coming out here with other nationalities' flags? If they don't like America, why don't they go back to
I love America and what it represents. You know, the idea of America to our people is a better future and an opportunity to have a job and create something that in our homes we don't have. You know, so we love America. We want to be here. We want to contribute.
Protesters have taken over Los Angeles, with at least 56 people arrested this weekend as they rallied against Donald Trump's nationwide immigration raids. Authorities declared downtown LA an unlawful assembly area and ordered anyone in the vicinity to leave immediately as they deployed rubber bullets and tear gas on demonstrators. Rioters have set driverless Waymo cars on fire, looted stores, and created blockades on the 101 freeway. Trump ordered in 2,000 National Guard troops, placed 500 Marines on standby, and called for the arrest of anyone wearing face masks. The conflict has sparked a war of words between Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom, who accused the president of intentionally inflaming tensions. Trump hit back with a social media post on Sunday demanding both Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass to apologize for the riots, with his border czar Tom Homan threatening Newsom and Bass with arrests. Newsom responded by simply saying, "Tom, arrest me. Let's go."
Someone asked, how does it feel when you see Latinos get deported? And here's my honest answer. Of course it hurts. I'm human, I'm Hispanic, and I come from a family who has worked hard for generations. But what hurts me more isn't the deportation itself, it's how we got here. It's the adults, not the kids, but the adults who are making the decisions to break the laws, knowing the consequences and still doing it anyway. And yes, I said breaking the law, because whether people like it or not, immigration law is still the law. I just came back to the country yesterday after being out of the country for 10 days. I had to show my passport at least 5 times in order to get on the plane to come back to my country, and at least twice when I landed in my country to get in. Country I was born in, but people are just walking in with no ID, no process, no respect for our system. That's not justice, that's chaos. And to make it worse, the same people that are screaming that want to stay here are waving the flag of countries they've escaped from, all while disrespecting ours. Let me be clear, every single country on this planet enforces borders, every single one of them. Try doing in Mexico what people are doing here. Try waving a foreign flag in Cuba, in Venezuela, in China. You'll be arrested or worse. So yes, while my heart does hurt for kids who are caught in the middle, my anger is at the adults who knowingly put them there. There is a difference between emotional sympathy and legal reality. And I'm not going to apologize for expecting people to come here the right way. That's not hate. That's what it means to value this country and the American safety.
Issued a curfew for downtown Los Angeles to stop the vandalism, to stop the looting. Many businesses have now been affected by or vandalized. Last night there were 23 businesses that were looted, and I think that if you drive through downtown LA, the graffiti is everywhere.
So the Supreme Court has now cleared the path for this new administration to strip all legal protections from hundreds of thousands, over 500,000 people to be exact, who will be at risk of being deported. From these 4 main countries. We have Haiti, we have Cuba, we have Nicaragua, and Venezuela. And it's total chaos in LA. Total chaos. Actually, they have called in the Marines. So let's continue.
After they arrest them. So once we're done with this live shot right here, we're going to go head over that way. You see, it appears to be California National Guard. Ooh, they're taking somebody down right now. Right. I don't know if they saw. Yeah, I don't know who those guys are or what they did, but you can see that appears to be. Is that California National? If it says ERO on their back, that would be ICE. That stands for Enforcement and Removal Operation. I can't tell. It's some sort of law enforcement, and they clearly did not. Yeah, they clearly did not like what the guy in the yellow was doing right there, because they ran right at him and they took him down. So we'll ask and we'll see if we can find out what that guy did. It looked like he was loitering near a vehicle. Oh, it looks like a firework just got thrown in. So that's more of what you're seeing multiple fireworks coming into that frame there, Trace, and that's what we were just dealing with about 30 minutes ago while we were live on Hannity. We had fireworks being thrown in our direction, in LAPD's direction. So this crowd is definitely getting a little bit more feisty tonight, Trace, and you mentioned it right off the top. That's exactly what happens out here when the sun starts going down with these LA. I think these might actually be feds based off some of the patches I'm seeing. These look like DHS guys to me. Yeah, HSI, police HSI, so that's Homeland Security Investigation. So those are feds, those are not locals, and that's probably why you see them being a lot more aggressive. The feds have been a whole lot more aggressive. Think about what we saw on Saturday in Paramount. That was Border Patrol, that was HSI, that was ICE squaring off against those protesters. So the feds just took somebody down there. I'm going to text a few contacts and see if I can find out what that guy did, but...
Protests against federal immigration raids in Los Angeles escalated Sunday evening. The protests centered around a detention center in downtown Los Angeles where apprehended immigrants had been taken. On Sunday, California National Guard troops arrived after President Trump ordered them to respond to the protests, overstepping state authority to command the Guard. After local officials declared the gatherings an unlawful assembly in the evening, the protests escalated, and more than 1,000 demonstrators faced off with National Guard troops and police officers. The Guard troops arrived Sunday over the objections of California Governor Gavin Newsom, who called the deployment purposefully inflammatory and designed to manufacture chaos. Protesters blocked off the 101 freeway, a major roadway, and set self-driving cars on fire and threw projectiles at police officers and police vehicles. Law enforcement responded using tear gas, flashbangs, and rubber bullets, one of which hit an Australian journalist live on air.
The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA. You just shut the fuck up.
In San Francisco, a protest held in solidarity with Los Angeles escalated as well, with 60 protesters arrested and 2 police officers injured. By Monday morning, Newsom announced that California would sue over Trump's deployment of the National Guard, and the Los Angeles Police Department had declared all of downtown Los Angeles an unlawful assembly area.
There have been multiple raids by ICE agents today in Southern California around the LA area. You had ICE show up to Home Depots where they target day laborers. This is one of a few protests that are going on. It started at the Home Depot in Paramount, California, which is a little over 10 miles southeast of downtown Los Angeles. People are throwing projectiles. They've shot fireworks at the Sheriff's Department here. The Sheriff's Department firing flashbangs, as you can fucking hear. They were shooting tear gas into the crowd, shooting people with rubber bullets, keep on getting whiffs of tear gas, which is a brand new experience. During the time I am here, this is all taking place next to a strip mall, and some of those businesses are currently open. People are hiding in the shops here, peering out, wondering what's going to happen next. There are helicopters everywhere. The Home Depot from where we are is probably about a quarter of a mile away, and since this morning after the protests started, the Sheriff's Department, they've been driving protesters slowly down the streets. I don't know what the goal is here, but the Sheriff's Department keeps on pushing back the protesters block by block by block, and I'm not really sure what their objective is because you're just moving them blocks and they're not dispersing. I've been here for about 2 hours. They keep on shooting people, tear gassing people. The crowd is not subsided at all.
And after I filmed this on Saturday, President Trump called for 2,000 National Guard troops to be deployed to Los Angeles to address the lawlessness that has been allowed.
Let's hope that no one is hurt and no one is injured and it doesn't escalate from here. Look at the flag. Yeah, Guy, I see
there it is.
You
Mexican flag can,
this is criminal activity that I hope people are held accountable for. And I'm talking about the riots right here.
Where are the cops?
Yeah, where are they?
Looters will never loot the library, and rioters will never burn down the trap house. And that's because these kinds of people only care about being opportunistic and hypocritical. They don't care about deportations or illegal immigration in Los Angeles in 2025, just like the rioters and looters in 2020 did not really care about police brutality. Because think about it, if you really were scared of being deported in the first place, you wouldn't be out in the streets rioting and vandalizing and engaging in other illegal activity. If you were really afraid of police brutality, you wouldn't be out and about throwing projectiles at police officers. That's just common sense. These people are not serious, and they simply look for an opportunity every single time. And if you're in a blue state or a blue city, there's probably not going to be any consequences for your actions anyway. Democrats are the ones who always bail you out of jail, get your charges dropped, and the same ones who have decriminalized shoplifting in the first place. They support this behavior, and they've told you as much. This is coordinated, this is well-funded. Tom Homan himself even said this had nothing to do with an immigration raid initially. This was originally about ICE agents going in to investigate individuals who were suspected of money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud. But of course, the mainstream media told the lie and got people to believe that, ICE is just going out and about in the streets, separating families. So then they knew the people just get up and, what do I do? What do I do now? Go out and riot, because that is trained, learned behavior Democrats have endorsed for these last several years. All the media wants to do is foment chaos and continue to encourage individuals to act in this way. Because these rioters, these looters, these people, they do not care about illegal immigration or deportations. All they care about is themselves. And the Democrats are using that selfishness as a way to try to help them bring down the United States of America. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Those are my thoughts, and I'm curious what yours might be.
I can't believe I'm saying this. The left was right. We do have a constitutional emergency. Why are we allowing anti-Americans to violate the principle of our beautiful state of California? The people of California will not and cannot allow these anti-Americans to continue to destroy California. Let me be clear. The deployment of military personnel into our cities are not only justified, they are completely lawful to keep legal American citizens safe. Let me remind you the failure of many of these Democratic leaderships, especially the one right on top, Mr. Gavin Newsom himself. Under the leadership of Gavin Newsom, California is already $1.6 trillion in debt when you look at unrealized liability. $250 billion wildfire damage, the single most expensive natural disaster in the United States of America. $128 billion to a train that goes absolutely nowhere. $3.4 billion Medi-Cal because Newsom gave illegal immigrants free health care at the expense of California citizens. California has the lowest literacy rate among U.S. states, okay? Now, that's not all. Let's continue. California has the highest gas tax. Let's not forget the 75 or the 65 cents that's going to kick in July 1st. California has the highest rate of cost living in the continental U.S., the highest rate of cost adjustment poverty in the U.S. 1/3 of all U.S. welfare recipients. Since 2019, California has spent about $24 billion on homelessness, but in the 5-year period, homelessness increased about 30,000 to more than 181,000. But let's not forget the nearly $20 billion in unemployment fraud payment, outstanding liabilities owed to the federal taxpayers from all the COVID UI fraud in the state of California. But yet this man is busy pounding his chest. I'm gonna stand up against President Trump because I am the man. I can run the United States of America. No, the fuck you can't. You are a failed person all around.